A spiral of notations, a effervescent halo, compounding the word, image, sound, mirage, visage, ages old and tumbling still through eternity. Bliss is in this nervous system. Scope of feeling is a rush in the air. It grooves and expands and vibrates through chromosomes of bliss. Atonal, tonic, and tone. Omega and alpha, heavy with the gun of breath. Flight. Axis where the sky spun. Obscures the imprint of living sound, glow, liquid fire, breath, blues. Split the tongue, split the age, split the rage, still kept glowing while blood ran down to the beginning of the bell. turntable was all DJ Champ had. The fade was to wait. 2 big speaker box for the boom. 2 tweeters hung like bees on wire above the front door. Sacred-hearted Jesus. Mr. Clarence dancing to Lord Nelson's Night Train. The only glimpse we ever stole of him in this motion. With his head up and easy. Holding out his glass of white ways of wimple to the side so it don't spill when he slide and spin on his heel. And there were women in the kitchen smoking filterless Broadways and drinking Scotch straight. Tanti Ursula was young then, among them. Strong and long before her stroke. She had plenty birds. Ursula would stand unsolicited and sing out with her tremulous voice. Sing My Way or Misty, wavering between keys, but upward she drove into the wild arc of her highest note. Black history. Now her aunt, Zine, had been in Boston since 1972. And Zine's blood was close to her skin. She would throw her head back and laugh, blow smoke and cuss hard, and she could break a young man's carapace. She could drink hard rum and linger long after grog had beat up all the competition. She drank men silly till they floated up and sighed. Zine would fry chicken by the bucket. She would curry a cast of river crabs and soup up some bullfoot soup. Fridays on Dorchester Avenue, sons would bring their wives from New England. Yankee Live, varsity sweaters, plastic shoes and cheap perfume. Yeah, black history. Zine in Boston, working as a nurse. At night she working for the sanitation department. But when she threw a party, she would hire a DJ, and when music leg up Ramm, she would pull people up to dance. My great-grandmother, she lived to be 102 after outliving 2 husbands and giving birth to 8 children and walking 8 miles every day from hillsides of town to sell mangoes in Central Market. She could slap harsh cards down in late-night gambling games, yeah. She drank her coffee black and strong. Ma Nobelta's mother was Ma Mary, born of black Africa. Historical mystery. Must have been sometime in the 1860s. This was near after slavery, and the village gave her their secrets for safekeeping, to be unraveled through generations and generations and generations of black history.
Without Western belief in the afterlife, but from the roots set in sweet mud,
Black history.
Manu Belter,
History.
Mother,
Was my history. Born of black Africa. Historical mystery. That must have been sometime in the 1860s. Near after slavery.
and the village gave her their secrets for safekeeping.
To be unraveled through generations of black history. That night in Paris, at La Belle Villoise, the master drummer was propulsive, with a skitter and a shudder and a rattle of the snare, as if a band of drummers on briquette drums were playing in a circle, a cipher, a region. It was a militant soundtrack for roaring upriver to get our names back. This is the ghost note and the flam. The drummer who flicks his wrist and the fluttering unfurls into islands. Even the stick tips are speaking a secret language. This is the mystery note, a paradiddle for Tony Allen, a map of stars to light the night path through the desert. Still appearing to us now as UFOs, astronauts. They are wizards of sound, manipulating the spaces between time with laughter. Someone like Tony Oladipo Allen, who always had a smile. Watching the drummer on the slide. He was duplicitous, a conjure man with 7 hands swirling, and yet aware of every nuance and spell. So this is a poem for Tony Allen, a praise poem, a plea for peace.
Singing the same hymn.
might have both been playing in Rome. We used to meet in Marseille every summer. And the drummer would call my name across a hotel lobby as if he hadn't seen me for a long time. He'd say, "Peace, brother." And he always had a smile. Me. He said, "Peace," he said, "Peace," he said, "Peace," he said, "Peace," he said, "Peace." My brother. Oh gosh. I'm just gonna let the band play so we can fully sink into, so we can properly, sacredly, holily sink right into the groove. Yeah. That dip, Miss Janet, dip down in that dim room, bulk of hip, and learned us how to dance the juba, the bel air, the limbo. And after this, Miss Janet felt faint and had to lie down a little bit. Miss Janet as a Zulu, sword in hand and weeping for beauty and mortal life. Always this falling feeling, then the sadness, then sorrow, then rain beating down upon the little 2-brick shelter she built on the hill. But still, Miss Janet breaking the yoke, seemingly unaware of her own mortality. Miss Janet now in project apartments on hot concrete and cracked paint, and cousin Deborah with the zodiac felts on her living room wall. These two women now wash away mud from Juve morning, lifting black wings and washing feet and stooping to piss in the yard. Miss Janet as a revolutionist, she dreaded and dread. No man could rule she, much less even dream to put hand on she. Bet you the old man down the range tried. And how he hold his face that day, we will find he moved strange. He said, but look at Miss Janet, too big son. But Janet, I never know you had big sons, so. And he watched me. That was a dip, she dipped down. She dipped down as a warrior. What she give him to rob, he eat. Miss Janet chose penmen and wire benders, auto mechanics and bull pullers, stevedores like Morgan, but then Morgan died. And the road so narrow, and the hills so steep, and the breeze blowing sweet from the Levant, and the sugar stink till it's sweet. Miss Janet working in a fridge factory, and a piece of crate would pierce and juke her in her foot. And later that dark up Ramm soon tray, she burns the splinter from her skin with a candle's blade. And years later, when the catheter cuts, when the wound can't seal, and the stitch can't hold, and the ward so full of that burnt milk smell, this poem could only write a few lines each year, and still never get the image right. And how come nobody could have really tell Miss Janet what was really going on? How drunk was a drunk she? How she fathered and buy up liquor and salt biscuit in preparation? In the end, there is space. There is space. Space is where we once stood in that airport mystery, where they interrogate and unwig and undress and unbreast Miss Janet. The trees of West London were preoccupied with the work of spring, with the yellow bloom of a haiku and of cherry blossom and of Sunday in Hornsey. Well, by now, somebody should have known and cared enough to really tell Miss Janet what was really going on. The sugar till it's sweet. It's a Juba for Janet. For Janet. Miss Janet, dip down. That dip, Miss Janet, dip down. Dip down.
sorrow. Then rain beating down upon the little 2-brick shelter she built on that hill, but still. Always that falling, always that sadness, always that sorrow. Then the rain, yeah. Double endless features. Churches of sound, of the phonesthetic bliss of our music, of black notes, of codes and modes of modal blues and 1 and 2, in which the and is actually the groove, the beat between each breath. It is always the same arc of air which floats above the snare, above the mouth of the drum, which speaks in its heritage of skin and wrist and chord. Play griot, play triplet over duplet with dulcet tones and gutty moans and hollers that roll over fields or from frolic houses with buckets at the door to wash the feet clean before entering the dance. Play griot, play. Oh, blood tree and tree of life. Oh, blood tree in Congo Square in New Orleans, where ashes are still thrown today. Play griot, play on Frenchman Street, where there were spasm bands who built combustion in the air, who transposed the fleet rhythm of feet, beating the earth to freedom into the new thing. And there were gospelers of the southern states, eyes spun with melisma, who blew the holy roll of their throats to flatten the fifth, then moved down upon us through Pascagoula Bay, oh sacred ground from which our voices blossomed into constellations of sound. Oh, coupe, whose skin could not penetrate, who danced, oh Buddy Bolden, and his head held the horn. Oh Sidney Bechet, then shoot us into the wild Caribbean. Oh gospel of soulful days, conceal us among the dry palms and plains and saints of La Pastora, with metaphors for joy, which hit blades and smiles, which hit scars and wild island jazz. Move elsewhere with Obia, burning water into sound, dip like Leader Jim to one side, chanting hymns to kill death, lining the track for the members to pass, into song, into sound, into tongues, extending outwards to brightness and expanding each time in every beat and bell, every line, precious and impossible. The process of the Creole is the rhizome, the process of roots that reach centrifugally. In Glisson, the diaspora is circular. The insistent ripple of creolization expands outwards through the earth, throughout human experience. It is the mal de Obacoma of the inner air, reverberating and returning from the hard sway of the ocean.
It is the mal de Obacoma of the inner air, reverberating and returning from the hard sway of the ocean. In June 1912, George Bailey, a violinist and ironsmith, led Lovey's string band from Trinidad to New York. The band consisted of 12 players. They recorded for the Columbia Graphophone Company and for Victor Talking Machine. Paseos, Spanish waltzes and tangos, hot music for dancing, and these were the first calypsos recorded, 5 years before jazz saw wax.
June 22nd, 1948. Aldwin Roberts, Lord Kitchener, stands on the deck of the Empire Windrush. No longer in the Caribbean, but not in Britain yet. Arriving in black and white and evolving via Pathé newsreel from colonial subject to immigrant. London is the place, but he never been, so how Kitch know? Roberts had graduated from Calypso tents in Golden Age Port of Spain, where singers would sing out their stones and then be paid a bag of navel oranges or a chicken roti. But through Kaisos and Lavways he recorded for Melodisc. His croon reached Ghana, just in time for independence. And somewhere in 1958, Miles Davis hears the Holiness Church. Spooked the dark and trembling trees as he passed through the undulating fields of his grandfather's Arkansas on those Saturday nights. And how later that swing he heard the members churn enters all blues and so what? It is always the bass in the blues which enters the body first. 1979. Ralston Charles from Tobago takes dub plates of soca. The new mighty shadow, Toe Jam, Disco Daddy, the new Lord Nelson to discotheques in Manhattan. Was to test them on white dancers to see whether it break the ankle or buckle the waist with bass like water rolling on the islands, whether it provoke nostalgia for home when it moved to the minor, Ralston said. With our music, everything happens above the knees and below the waist.
I am my mother's son. Son of the soil, son of the father, son of grandmother, grandfather, great aunt and earth, born running, born blue and knee-high, true fever grass. Son of the world, firstborn of a woman who sleeps in the sky. Son of the sky, son of the moon, son of a mellow ghost of country folk, son of a bridge of light and hunger and fire and hooks and eyes and I and I and I and I and I. The eyes of trees, of leaves and leaves of eyes and branches and seeds and roots and the glittering maps of the east. Root strata in our history, in the very manner of our lives, in our genealogy of landscape data. I am the boy who grew tall, the sheriff with the tin badge and the cap gun, born black as magic moves towards truth, east until the island ends in seascapes, driving along uphill motorways, sideways in the sound and sparkle of a saxophone, solos etched into air, into air. Son of the mother, son of the soil, son of the father, son of the oil, earth tone, bone, son of the universe, son of the world, son of Akashic memory, son of the sum of our history, African retention. Listen, listen, listen. Son of myth and wonder and light years and things and times and I, eyes of leaves as branches to trees and roots, to be a part of a circle, to be hill and valley, to be fruit, which is the song of trees and driving east to the upper rim of Kunusupia, where shacks stand high and chrome stilts, where my cousins were clearing a path for the silver river to ride. So much silt and river vine were tangled in that water. Yeah. Muscle in that water, like the opportunity to write a new history. Being born in this new definition of home, like newborn wood. Come now, come now, come now. We are dust and original bones. We are the consequence and joyful bloom of agonies of oceans. Members don't get weary. We must derive new mythologies and syntax and modes of expression which are fixed beyond comparison to alien transmission. This is a world of swift curvatures, fabric of a region where we have built homes and new societies, securities, where we have moved upon the waters, transforming darkness into energy. Sam was strong. He smuggled bootleg melanin through the desert. He traveled by antimatic propulsion. The Congo pump went crashing until it crash landed in the desert. And all that was in my blood. And all that is my genealogy, transmutation of sacred geometry. We were building networks of DNA messengers. We were pure energy, transposed through the downfalls and the storms and the swells and the stuttering rain. We were cutting rugs and breaking down and getting back up and shining and singing and swinging something dangerous like the flat side of the blade. Becoming human, becoming wise. We were iconic, tremendous. Coming down from the mainland in canoes, we might have even traveled transcendentally. Hallucinating in the astral, seeking life, bearing stars. Becoming human, becoming wise. I am a link in the chain, a degree of light, a sparkle in the rain, a glint, a poem with no words. From a place where we measure distance by breath. standing on the corner of Milwaukee and Ashland. And even the substance of my breath could not hold me still within the torrent. In this moment of singularity, I had stepped out of a dream of life into a whirlpool as dark as the bottom of the sea. Something had shifted to shape that darkness and set me far adrift from any notion of home. I stood tall in my canoe beside the subway on Division Street, ruminating like a halo, thinking between the concerns of spiritual death and rebirth, between the knowledge of consciousness and the pendulum of breath. I was in that interstice between real life and the dream which dreamed them. And someone called me by my true name, and I must have ran. I must have stayed awake till dawn in an empty apartment, too afraid to sleep that night. I was in a taxi to Humboldt Park. And on the radio, the stylistics were singing, "People make the world go round." And we were passing along West Augusta Boulevard in the brightness of the village. And all the things which used to make me smile seemed so distant. But if I could just flip out of my mind, I knew that I could find my way back to something I might at least recognize as transcendent. That I would blossom, 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 blossom. I was in Humboldt Park, staring at the sun, and all around me the world was alive, bright and wild in its constancy. And I felt the vibrant pulse of the white orchids, the continuities of the green waters of the lake. I felt the power and the resilience of the congas and the clave in the Puerto Rican salsa band on that Sunday afternoon. I lay still on the warm grass and closed my eyes, and I felt the earth spin. Or maybe that was mine. But I knew then that if I could just stay within the stillness just for a while, that I would be alright. That I would blossom, 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 blossom. Blossom, blossom, blossom.